Shadows on Highway 95. The waitress who returned as a Mafia queen. The Nevada desert was silent at 2 a.m. inside the lonely midnight diner. Elena quietly cleaned the counter, pretending she was just another waitress trying to survive the night. Then the sound of motorcycles shattered the silence. Jax, leader of the Iron Serpents, walked through the door wearing a black leather jacket. Black coffee, Elena. Same as always. She smiled faintly. Jax was the only man she trusted. He had never asked about her past. But that night, 2 black SUVs suddenly stopped outside. The diner doors opened. Don Vincenzo, Chicago's most feared crime boss, entered with armed men behind him. He looked directly at Elena and smiled. 12 years, Elena. 12 years, you made me search for you. Jax immediately stood. Leave her alone, Vincenzo laughed. Do you even know who she is? He revealed the truth. Elena was the last federal witness who had helped destroy Vincenzo's criminal network, and the only surviving heir to his powerful Chicago empire. But Vincenzo had made one mistake. He thought Elena had been hiding. Suddenly, the diner windows shattered. Red laser sights appeared across the room. Dozens of Iron Serpents surrounded the building. Elena reached beneath the counter and pulled out a hidden weapon. You thought I was hiding from you? She stepped forward. This diner was never my prison. It was your trap. The fight exploded. Jax and the Iron Serpents forced Vincenzo's men back while Elena confronted the man who had hunted her for 12 years. By dawn, Vincenzo's empire was collapsing. The diner burned behind them as Elena and Jax disappeared into the Nevada darkness. But Elena wasn't running anymore. She was going back to Chicago. Part 2. The Queen returns. Chicago was waiting. By the time Elena and Jax crossed into the city, rumors of Vincenzo's disappearance were spreading through the underworld. Elena had changed. The waitress uniform was gone. Now she wore a black suit and long coat. Jax secretly positioned the Iron Serpents throughout the city. We don't attack first, Elena said, looking over Chicago from a skyscraper. We take control. Her first target was the Grand Velvet, the nightclub that secretly controlled Vincenzo's financial empire. Inside, Vincenzo's former underboss, Marco, was preparing to become Chicago's new king. At midnight, every light in the club suddenly went dark. When the emergency lights came back on, Marco's guards were down, and Elena was sitting in his chair. Marco froze. Elena? She smiled. I didn't come back to survive, Marco. I came back to take back what belongs to me. Marco reached for an emergency alarm. Jax stopped him instantly. Then Elena placed Vincenzo's encrypted drive on the table. This contains the secrets of every major player in Chicago. Marco realized the truth. Elena didn't just have information. She had Jax. She had the Iron Serpents. And she had the will to take control. Marco slowly removed Vincenzo's ring and placed it in Elena's hand. The empire is yours. The next morning, Chicago's most powerful crime families received a mysterious invitation. Inside Vincenzo's old headquarters, Elena sat at the head of the table. Jax stood beside her. Elena looked around the room. Those old rules are finished. Chicago will no longer be controlled by fear. She paused. It will be controlled by strategy. Outside, hundreds of motorcycles waited in the streets. The woman everyone once knew as a waitress was gone. Chicago now had a new queen, and the real war was only beginning.